Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is a get ready with me. I guess it's not truly a get ready with me. It is like Friday after work. I haven't had time to film one of these, and this is like the only time I can film it. So this is just like it's more of like a play with makeup and chat with me kind of video. Although I do have to go out a little bit later, so I guess this is getting ready for going to the grocery store. If I even keep this look on for the grocery store, we'll see, because the palette that I'm using is going to be this one, the Lost in Los Angeles palette from BH Cosmetics. And yeah, it's a pretty wild palette to use to go to the grocery store. So this is the Color Story. It's such a pretty palette. I feel like I haven't used it a whole lot, so I really wanted to play with this palette today and try and do something colorful and interesting. I feel like I'm looking at the palette, and I think I've used all of the colors except for this color, obviously the green, and I think this color. I think those are the only two I haven't used. So I think I'm gonna focus on a look that uses, actually I was gonna maybe wear this palette tomorrow, and I think I might use this green tomorrow, so I might not focus on that green. Anyway, we're really just going to play with it and see what we come up with. I really have no idea what I'm going to do, except for that I'm going to get started. Okay, I've zoomed you in a little bit closer so we can focus on the eyes first. I've also given a Harley as bribery so that hopefully he is quiet, because we're getting close to dinner. And you can hear all the people honking. That is Friday afternoon rush hour of people being cranky and just wanting to get home. It's actually getting dark out. It might rain. I don't know. They forecasted rain. I don't think it has. They also forecasted rain yesterday, and we never got it. I know other places got it, or they're even outside of downtown, like in Toronto, like North Toronto, I think got some rain, but we didn't get any rain, and we kind of need some rain. So that was just my Nars concealer that I just used as a base, just to sort of blank out my eyes. And then I'm using my Covergirl, I think this was called Lid Block Up. You cannot tell anymore. And this is so close to being done that I can't, the wand doesn't touch what's left. So I'm using like a little scraper to get, a little spatula to get everything out. Where are you, spatula? So this should show up in an empties soon. Probably not my next empties, but likely the one after that, I hope. Depends on how much is at the bottom there. I can't really tell. But I feel like I want to get as much out of this product as I can. I don't want to waste any of it. It's not in any sort of project pan. Once this is done, I still have like 2 other eyeshadow primers. I have an Urban Decay one that I bought ages ago in a double set, not realizing how long it takes me to go through eye primer. And then one that's from a brand called Mirabella, which was in a top box. Don't really know much about that brand. And I think it's like an okay eye primer, but not like to me, one of my favorite ones is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I did do a test with the Covergirl against the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and they both seem to work exactly the same. So I do notice a difference. I've actually tested it. I do notice a difference with the wear of my eyeshadow with a primer. Okay, let's go in with that sort of peachy pink shade. WeHo. I realized in a previous video I said, what is it, Abbott? No, where are we? Yeah, Abbott Kinney. Or Abbott Kinney. Abbott Kinney. I think I said About Kinney, and it's Abbott Kinney. This is all things in LA. I've clearly never been to LA, so I had no idea that I was just reading it wrong. I thought it said About. It says Abbott Kinney. What brush should we use? Please ignore the dirtiness of all of my brushes as well. They're all a little bit rough. I'm gonna use my fancy Sonia Kashuk brush that I got, or sorry, Sonia G brush that I got from my lucky bag. Go all over the lid. So how y'all doing? It's been a little while since I've sat down and done one of these. I say this every time. I think I try and do these once a month, but I don't think, did I do one in July? I don't think I did. Maybe it was June I skipped. I did film a video with the Viseart Paris edit palette. Not like a get ready with me, but I filmed like 3 different looks. I just haven't got around to editing it yet. I've edited part of it so far. I was trying to make it more of like a casual video and make it easy on myself to edit, and I think I've made it harder on myself in how I wanted to do it. But this is what I've done to myself. I have been struggling to find time to film and edit videos, and I feel like with my channel, I don't want to say I'm doing bare minimum because it's not bare minimum. Like, it's definitely not bare minimum, but I'm just kind of really doing my basic videos. So like my Project Pan videos, my buys and buys, which I skipped my buys and buys in July. I'm doing a combined buys and buys for the summer, which I think I did last year or the year before. I've done it before, and I understand why now, because it's just like end of July, just the timing of when I'm in the city versus when I'm at home. I can't film. I can film at home. I have filmed at home, but I can't upload videos. And I find when I'm at home, like I'm outside more, so I'm not really in a position to like, I don't have as much time to edit, I feel like, compared to when I'm at my home in the city. Okay, this could be a muddy, bloody mess, but we're gonna go in with the green Dreamer. So it's just coordinating myself because I have to basically film what I can in the city. I can go home and edit, but then I can't upload. So then I just like would backpile stuff to upload. So I've just kind of been doing my basic videos, but nothing interesting, like nothing like this, like a get ready with me. I haven't been doing videos that are a bit more complex to sort of plan out, which is a bit frustrating for me, to be honest, but it's just the way it is. This is very watermelon-y looking. But that's how it is, I guess, right now, you know. And it's funny because, like, I feel like I've been watching a lot of other people's videos. Well, not a lot. That's part of the other thing, too, is I'm not catching up with a lot of people's videos. But when I do catch up with people, I've found that everybody's saying the same thing. Like, people are having a hard time, you know, finding the time or the energy or whatever. Like, there's been so many different things. Like, Jessica Lee has had huge surgery. Like, I'm so glad that she's okay now, and like she's getting better. But oh my gosh, it sounds like such a nightmare that she just went through. I think it's what's her name, Rebecca Morgan. She's been like, they've been doing house renos or something, so she hasn't just been able to sit down and film. And yeah, there's been a few other people that have commented like they're just not getting filming. So it makes me feel a little bit better that I'm not the only one that is struggling with filming. And finding time to film. I'm hoping it will get better once sort of summer settles down. Like maybe September might still be a bit busy, but like once October rolls around and I'll have a bit more time to sit down. The harder part for me when it comes to fall is I like to film in natural light, so it's natural light right now. And when it starts getting darker earlier and it's darker later in the morning, so I can't film first thing because it's too dark before work. And then I only have like a very short window after work to get filming done. So that becomes a challenge. I mean, I can film with like lights. I just don't like to. I find like I'm sitting at my kitchen table right now. So I have to set everything up. Like I set this up, which doesn't take too long. That's actually a bed sheet, by the way. It was the only thing I had that's not wrinkly. I need to get like actual backgrounds. It actually doesn't take too long to set that up, but I still have to like set it up, but I have to tear it down. Like I can't leave it up. I'm so like envious of people like Emily Noel that have an actual space that they can film in. They don't have to like work around, if that makes sense. Like I'm literally filming, most of the videos you see me filming, that's my living room. Like it's right here. Like it's right next to me. I live in a very small space, 600 square feet, which I know some of you will be like, oh my god, do you live in 600 square feet? For one person, it's not so bad. Even two people, like the couple, I bought this place from a couple. The reason why they moved is they had a baby. And this place with a baby, still doable. You'd really have to love each other to make it work. Let's see. I want to use, like, this is the problem. I want to use all of the colors, but then I'm just going to end up with, like, a circus of colors on my face, and it won't work, probably. I kind of want to try and use this on my outer corner. This could be disastrous, but we're going to do it. We're going to go for it. That shade, by the way, is City of Angels. It's this color right here. So yeah, filming, like, right now is just, I'm just trying not to get too... The funny thing is, and I feel like this with other people's channels, I feel like I don't notice as much when, like, unless somebody posts, like, every Saturday morning, every week, faithfully, and they miss a Saturday, I might notice, oh, they missed a Saturday, but I don't really, like, it's like, oh, they missed a Saturday, but whatever, and usually they pick it up the next week. If they miss a few weeks in a row, then it's like, oh, and, like, there's nothing in between, like, you don't hear anything on socials from them, you're like, oh, what's going on? That's when I notice. But for the most part, like, if somebody just sort of misses an upload, but then does their next upload, it's like, I don't notice, to be honest. For the most part, I don't. So I have to remember that with myself. Like, I know I've been a little off with some of my videos, the way I want to have them posted. I'm just going to use my finger. I don't have any, like, spray here, like water. It would probably look better with water. So yeah, I have to remind myself it's not the end of the world if I miss an upload or something's a day later than I wanted it to be or whatever. I'm assuming most people don't care. But personally for me, it's a bit frustrating. Like, it's a bit frustrating that I can't spend as much time doing YouTube as I want to. And as much time as, like I said, watching other people's videos. I feel like I've been missing a lot of videos. I'm getting real fallout here. My under eyes are looking a little rough. I'm going to have to wipe that off. Yeah, like, that's the one thing that's hard about when your life is more than just YouTube. Like, YouTube is a secondary thing. It can get, I don't know, a bit frustrating. You see other people that are able to, like, devote all of their time to, like, filming and stuff. And, I mean, at the same time, it's like, I don't know if I'd want to do. I have mixed feelings. I'm curious to know what you guys think. If you had the opportunity. Okay, now I'm going to have to go, like, wash that off. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I also grabbed a little spray as well if I want to use it in a bit. I think I'm going to leave the eyes for now and move on to the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and finish up the eyes. I'm trying to be careful not to go overboard with a bajillion colors, but I definitely want to add 2, maybe 3 more colors. So anyway, what I was saying before I just walked away was, you know, I'm curious to know what your opinion would be if, yeah, maybe money was no factor. I mean, money is a big factor, but would you do YouTube full time? Would you, especially anybody out there that has a YouTube channel or that, you know, doesn't have one but would like one, but life gets in the way and you can't do a channel. But if life didn't get in the way and you could do a channel, would you do it? And would you do it full time? I don't know how I feel about that. That was just the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I love the way this stuff smells. It smells like lemon cake. It's so yummy. This is a product that I enjoy. I don't think I would ever purchase full price, but if it came in a kit, if I got it, I think this was a 100-point perk or came in a kit. Yeah, definitely enjoy that. Foundation I'm going to use today is my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. This is just from my Project Pan. I'd say we're like half Project Pan stuff today. Like I said, all my brushes, even my sponge, everything is super dirty, so please ignore that. Also, my work has been very, very busy. I had sort of a calmer period around, I want to say May, early June. Things are really picking up right now. And it's like, did have a bit of a freak out last week. Well, and it wasn't a freak out. I don't want to say freak out. I sounded a bit freaked out, but I was kind of in a meeting and just wanted to stress to people the number of things we had to do and the timeline that it was in. And our timeline was no longer realistic. And I kind of needed to make that known. Yes. It's like, I don't want to. I guess the thing is, I never want to set the expectation that, you know, overpromise and underdeliver. I'd always rather underpromise and overdeliver if I can. Or, like, just deliver what I promised. Like, let's just, you know, keep expectations real. But, yeah, it was just like, guys, like, we can't do this. And honestly, a lot of people, not necessarily in my office, but people I work with, like I work with people all across my organization based on what I do, and there's been a lot of people sick. And it's like, yeah, it's not gone, guys. Not gone. So it's been a bit interesting. And there's people that are still working, like they'll be sick, but they're obviously not going in, but they're working from home, and you could like have a conference call with them, and they sound like death. It's like, why are you on this call? Like, you're clearly not well. Just take it easy, man. Take it easy. It's funny because there's that whole trend. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. I just saw it. I heard it the other day. Didn't really know what it was, and then I actually saw an article today about it called quiet quitting. I guess if you're on Twitter or TikTok, it's all over TikTok. And I don't like the term quiet quitting. I don't like that at all. I think that's false. I think it's good to set boundaries and work in a way that works for you. A younger version of me, like when I was in my early 20s, I was a go-getter, do all the things. Again, say yes to everything and like do the best I could. Like I was definitely a type A perfectionist, do all the things. I don't know if it's type A because I don't feel like I was type A, but I was definitely like a perfectionist. I was definitely I felt like I had to prove myself to people all the time. I felt like I had to be like, yes, I can do this and I can do an amazing job at it. And being in technology, so my background is technology. My undergrad was in computer electronics, and being a female in technology, you have to work, well, at least, I don't know about now, I don't think it's so much now, but when I was starting, 25 years ago, maybe not that long, 20 years ago, you had to be, as a female, you had to prove yourself. You had to work way harder than anyone else. And some people still didn't believe you. There were times where I literally would demo something to somebody being like, look, this is what I've been saying. Now do you believe me? Now do you listen to the words that I am saying? So frustrating. So I felt like I always had to overcompensate for that. I felt like I had to work twice as hard as my male colleagues or my older colleagues that were people just trusted them more, I guess. I'm just using, so what did I just use? This is the Nars Laguna cream bronzer, and this is just the Laguna 02 shade, the original shade. And yeah, this whole quiet quitting, it's like, it's not quitting. You're not quitting. You're setting boundaries. I think it's super healthy. I think sometimes, yes, we hear you honking. I think sometimes, and I guess this is the thing, and this is how I feel about the whole work from home, work from the office thing. Why can't we all just be comfortable with other people's boundaries? Like, some people want to go into the office. Some people love it. Some people love the office environment. Great. Go in. Go nuts. Some people are kind of overachievers. I am kind of one of those. I don't want to say I'm an overachiever, but I get obsessed about things. Like, if I'm researching something or if there's a topic or a thing that I'm interested in, I go whole hog on it, and I can't help myself. Like, I get obsessed about things, and I want to learn all about it, and I want to know all about it, and I want to be the expert in it as much as I can. if someone wants to do that, if somebody wants to work longer hours, they want to do that, go nuts, but don't expect that from other people. And that's something I've had to learn from myself, being a bit more reasonable with my expectations of other people, which sounds mean. I set ridiculously high expectations for myself, like ridiculously high sometimes, like they're just stupid. I'm way too hard on myself at times, and I have to realize that, you know, not everybody works that way, and it's not fair to put that on other people. Like, you should have an expectation. Like, I've worked with some people, and like, they're not even sort of meeting a reasonable expectation of, like, you know, what you've asked them to do. And I get, like, you know, some people are new or some people are starting out, but after a while, like, there's a reasonable, I guess, minimum bar that should be expected. But I think some people, especially like the high achievers and the gung-ho people, need to maybe recognize that not everybody wants to move at that pace. Like, I feel like this world, this is something I say a lot to myself. I just want the world to stop for a second. I need everything to stop for a second. I get like this, like I get overwhelmed with like life. And it's like, if the world could just stop, just give me a moment. Can we stop for like a day? Can I just get a day of nothing? and then we'll resume with some things. Because I feel like we're on like a crazy train and things are going too fast. Everything's too fast. There's too much information, too much expectations. And I feel like, again, even though I said like the vid is still here, things are opening up, people are doing things, and I'm feeling overwhelmed. Everybody wants to do all the things, and I'm not sure I'm ready to do all the things. I need to ease myself into stuff. I'm just using my Sephora mineral powder that's in my project pan. Dust that all over. But yeah, I think it's great that people are setting expectations. Like, why are we killing ourselves? Why is everything in this excess? Why is everything more, faster? Why? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyebrows off camera. Like, you can see there are my eyebrows are wonky, so we do the best we can, and then I'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, eyebrows are on. I want to go in with, I want to go in with Sunset Boulevard under my eyes. I'm debating on Sunset Boulevard or Melrose, like one of these purple shades, or Abbott Kinney. You know what? Let's start with Abbott Kinney. Let's start with that one and see how things roll. So, like, speaking of like crazy train, talking about like, you know, the world stopping for a moment. I was thinking about this the other day, and it's like, I could totally just use 4 days off. Like, I just need 4 days off of life, like outside life. I need 1 day to like just rest, just sleep, just putter around, don't do anything. I need 1 day to do sort of things around the house that I want to do. I need 1 day to do errands, like outside of the house. Again, but no one interrupt me. No one call me. No one ask for anything. No one ask where I am, what I'm doing. I just need to do the errands. And then a 4th day to again rest, to do nothing. And then I think it'd be better. The hard part is like, anytime you have like time off, people are like, oh, you have time off, what are you doing? You want to hang out? Oh, you have time off? Are you gonna go do this? Or like, yeah, I just find anytime like I have time off, it ends up being, well, anytime I take time off, it's usually for something. Like, Harley has an appointment, or I have an appointment, or I'm heading home, so I'm dealing with something at home that I want to do during a weekday. That's just easier to do during a weekday. So yeah, I just feel like there's always something. I don't know. And there's never a good time. Like right now, like I said, work is kind of busy. So there's not really a great time to take off right now. But I'm hoping to take time off in September, maybe late September, early August. I don't know. I'm supposed to take a trip to Italy. Well, I was supposed to take a trip to Italy in 2020. We tried to rebook 2021. Didn't happen. Tried to rebook. So I kind of wanted to go March this year. I'm trying to plan this with my friend. And May. And unfortunately, May wasn't good for her. She ended up being unemployed for a while. Just started a new job. So it wasn't good timing for her. Unfortunately, in hindsight, it was probably the best time for me to go. And so we kind of talked about, like, okay, we'll go in September. And this was back then. So I was like, okay, mentally, I was like, okay, let's do September. We were going to do early September. Then it got bumped to late September. And I was like, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Now, late September is like a month away. I'm not there. She just kind of messaged me. We need to talk about it. We're going to talk about it this weekend. I'm not there. I really don't want to go on a trip to Italy right now. Again, with the vid still happening. I know people are traveling. I have a friend that's traveling. Actually, I think he's coming back tomorrow. It's been amazing seeing his pictures, and I'm so jealous in some ways, but I'm just mentally not there. I'm not ready. There's a lot of factors, too. Like I said, work is really, really busy right now, and it's taking all my mental energy. So I don't have any mental energy left to think about planning anything. Like, the thought of planning a trip right now is just stressing me out because it's another thing to think of, and I can't think of another thing. This is just my eyeliner that I got that's in my Project Pants, the Cleo Noir one. Don't really love it. It's almost too creamy, and it transfers. I don't know if you can see, but it transfers to my bottom waterline every time. So that's kind of annoying. I just kind of let it do it. I'm like, whatever, go nuts. But it does wear off a lot too. Like the other day, I did a gray eyeshadow look, and then I tried to do sort of a thicker liner with this. Halfway through the day, it was just like a mess. You couldn't see where the eyeliner started and the eyeshadow stopped, and it was like blobby. I don't know. It was real gross. So yeah, I'm mentally not there. I'm planning vacation right now. Like I said, work is so busy. I don't know about you guys, but financially right now, I'm having a really hard time saving any kind of money this year. Like, I was looking at my bank accounts, and I'm like, I haven't saved any money, like, at all. And especially compared to the last couple of years where I've been trying to get some momentum. So when I quit work and went back to school, I mean, this is almost 10 years ago now. It was 2011 I did that. I took a huge hit. I didn't go into huge debt, but I had debt that I never had when I did my undergrad. This is my eyeliner that I bought. This is the L'Oreal, the Super Slim Liquid Eyeliner. Not waterproof. Kind of annoyed because online it says waterproof, but then when I got this in the mail, I was like, no, it's not waterproof. So anyway, we're just gonna do this very carefully. But yeah, I'm not able to save any money. And yes, I haven't spent money on vacation in the past couple of years because I haven't gone anywhere. I bought a used car, in 2020, which I'm still paying off. I have one more year to pay that off. Little Harley boy. So I guess that Harley's the other reason why I'm hesitant to take vacation. And I hate saying that because I know he's senior. I know I can't let that hold me back. But this past month we had a bit of a scare. He ended up with running poo, liquid bum, and his appetite started going, and I was like, it's better now. He's fine now, but he had some testing done, and it looks like he might have some kidney issues. He's going in for more testing next week. So, I mean, he's fine now in terms of, the liquid bum is gone, and his appetite's back, for the most part. There's a few things, he's gone off carrots for some reason. He still eats his vegetables, he likes cucumber and bell pepper, but carrots, he can take them or leave them. which is kind of funny. Okay, let's do this part. So, I don't know, I feel not comfortable leaving him right now. And I guess, so one of the reasons why I feel that way too is I had 2 cats, Clara and Wolfie. Wolfie, if you followed my channel for a while, you would have seen Wolfie. He passed away the first year of my channel, 2018. But he had a sister, Clara, who, long story with her, she had kidney disease. She was diagnosed at like 5 years old. I was told to put her down. She lived till she was 10. But the year when all that happened, I had moved home. That's when I quit my job, went back to school. And then I went to Copenhagen for the summer for an exchange. And we traveled around Europe as well as part of that. We kind of made it a fun travel/school thing. But when I left, like that year, I would say like in the March, April, she would have moments where she would crash and then come back again. She had a crash around March or April. And then she came back. But I knew, I was like, she can crash at any time. But she'd been doing so well. So I was kind of hopeful that nothing was going to happen. So we went away, and yeah, she died when I was away. So I left her with my mom and my brother, and of course she passed away with them. And I've been feeling so guilty about that ever since then. And so with Harley, if I go, he was going to stay with, or like when I go, he's going to stay with my brother. And I'm afraid that it's going to be a repeat. So I'm just using the False Lashes Lash Lift from Maybelline. This is one of the mascaras that I am testing right now. It's been fun. It's been fun. So, like, I just feel like there's multiple, and again, I know this is all, I can say all this, and it's all excuses in a way. Like, it's all finding reason to not go. All of these things are workable. I can work around them. Again, I do have the financial means to go on a trip, which I'm very lucky to do that. It's not like I would be going in major debt. But like I said, I also have not saved any money this year, which makes me a bit stressed. I feel like I'm not getting ahead. And not even getting ahead. Like I feel like, okay, so I've been doing pretty good the past few years. Like, I got a better job over the past year or two. Like, I've been kind of climbing up a little bit. So like, that's why I bought the car. I was like, okay, I can buy the car. I finally have the means to buy a car. Like, I didn't have a car before that. I sold my car when I went back to school. And I feel like I want something shiny. I want something shiny with this look, with the eyes. I go to this color all the time. I love this shade. This is the Hills. We're going to do an inner corner with the Hills. So it's like, okay, I'm in a better place now. I can afford a car. Well, like, I feel like right now it's like, and even like the past couple of years, I felt like, I would look at prices at the grocery store. I obviously don't spend crazy, but it was not something that I was super stressed about. Like lately, it's like, I went to the grocery store and margarine, the tub of margarine was $9. What was that? $9? It's like, okay, so I went and found the no-name one that was $6, but still it's like $6. This should be like $3.50. What happened? So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm feeling the pinch. I'm feeling it, I think, like everybody else is. And it's kind of stressing me out a little bit. It's making me really think about even, like, makeup purchases. I mean, I've been fairly low buy-ish. I don't want to say low buy, but compared to previous years, I'm not spending as much. Sorry, I have an eye goop. That's gross. Sorry. I'm always picking at Harley's eye goops too. I did that with Wolfie, with my cat. Do you do that with your pets? I'm always picking the eye goop out. Well, with Harley, it gets stuck in his fur and it stinks. Like, it smells real bad. So I have to, like, clean it out as best as possible. Yeah, like, everything's just so expensive. Like, it's driving me crazy. I mean, I say I'm being more conscious, but I've purchased 2 things that I was going to share. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I kind of want to do lashes, but I don't want to F up my eye look. I'll do the rest of the makeup, and then maybe I will do lashes at the end. Because I'm not great at lashes, and I might F everything up. Okay, what have we not done? Blush. So I'm going to go in with this guy. This is the Jelly Dough Blusher from Holika. This is in the shade, I want to say nut something. Yeah, Nuts Jelly. Yes, Nuts Jelly. I bought 2 of these. I bought one of these and put it in the giveaway, which, congratulations to the winner. I sent that off. I say this in every video. I just want to show what this looks like. It's sort of like a putty texture. Oh, camera does not want to focus. There we go. It's sort of like a putty texture. It's a bit creamy, but not. Like, it's a weird, it's one of those, like, you press it and it sort of moves around. Yeah, so congratulations to the winner. But I say this every time. I don't announce who the winner is. Well, this time around, the first person that I reached out to did not get back to me for like a week. Well, maybe no, it wasn't that long. I can't remember, but it was like 3 or 4 days. So I had to pick a second winner. And so the package is already off in the mail. So congratulations to them. If they want to share that they won, or like, I've had some people post online, but I think I prefer to respect the person's privacy. So yeah, I really like this. It's more of a subtle kind of blush. It's kind of what I was looking for. It ended up being maybe a little bit more peachy than what I wanted. I feel like every blush, doesn't matter the shade, either turns peachy or pink on me. Like, there's nothing in between. And I find most of them turn pinky on me. But yeah, I really like that. And I think about like myself, like I don't mind sharing stuff online, obviously. And it would be weird if I won a giveaway and I didn't share it, I think. But, you know, not everybody's as open about stuff. I'm just going to go in with my milk highlighter. And we're gonna layer up the highlighters today. So I'm going to go in with the milk one first. And then I'm going to go in with another milk product, the Milk Hopscotch. This is in one of my project pans. This is their chalk. It's a weird product, I'm not going to lie. But it's kind of cool. Just adding another little gentle, you can go really overboard with this if you want. I'm going pretty light-handed right now. There we go. Just a little subtle, but there glow. Not super subtle. Speaking of glow, whoop, let's go all over like perimeter with this guy, the Lumi Bronze It. I feel like I haven't really, I like this. A bit dusty there, but I feel like because I've had the fake tan, like I have a bit of false tan on right now, it doesn't quite show up like I thought it would. I like it kind of sort of as a second stage, if that makes sense. Like it does show up, it definitely shows up, but I think I'm gonna enjoy this more like fall, winter time. I like it sort of for blending right now. Like I feel like it helps blend things together. I totally over bronze. I am that person, especially right now in the summertime. I totally over bronze. It's just my style. So there's that. And lips. So the last thing I have for lips is something new that I haven't even tried yet. We're doing this together. This is the Too Faced Lip Injection Lip Gloss. This was a total, I shouldn't have bought it, but I bought it. I couldn't help it. It's in the shade Soulmate, if I didn't say that. That's what it looks like. The packaging is so pretty. I couldn't resist. It's kind of expensive. It was $14.99, $15, but it says comparable at $30. I need to look online to see how much this is Canadian. Let's just go with this. See what it's like. It smells like candy hearts. kind of a thicker gloss. I'm starting to feel the tingle. It's more of a minty tingle, not a cinnamon tingle. I'm definitely feeling it though. Like, it's not super intense at the moment. Oh, it's getting there though. It's getting more intense. If you don't like the tingle, you're not gonna like this. What I sometimes like to use this kind of a thing for is to put it on first and then let it sit for a bit and then wipe it off. It's not super long lasting, but it kind of, you'll still get the plumping effect without it being on your lips anymore. That makes sense. But yeah, I like that. I'm glad I bought that color too. It's fairly nude, but not too nude, like not too pale. That I think it actually works well with like having a really bright eye. Okay, I am going to make an attempt to do some lashes and then I'll be back with a wrap up of this video. Okay, and here is the, you can see the sheet moving, that's Harley. He's waiting for dinner. So we need to wrap this up because we're between him and dinner and that's not a good place to be. So that is the final look. I'm not sure. I love the green, how the green and the, I don't know, it's interesting. It's different for me. I'm gonna wear this. Please don't knock over. I'm gonna wear this out. I don't think I'm gonna wear the lashes out, but I'm just gonna wear this to the grocery store. It's fine, whatever. I really like this palette. I said I played with like I think all the colors in this palette so far, especially now. I've used the green, and I just really like the variety. I like the shades. It was well worth the like, I don't know, this one was like $9.99 I think. So yeah. And I think the lashes that I used was the Ardell. This is the Natural Variety Pack. They don't say the names, but the number is 120, and I think 120 is their Demi Wispies. You're gonna see in my next buys and buys, I have a ton of lashes that I'm getting rid of that I've had for a while. This actually didn't take too long to put these lashes on. The only thing was this eye. I put it on too far over, and it was like really wonk. It was like falling down, but they actually went on not too bad. I think the Demi Wispies from Ardell are probably my favorite regular lash. I feel like they're the ones that work the best for me, but there's a couple in here like the 110 I don't think I've tried, or the 109. I think the top one, the 106, it's gonna be maybe too much for me, but the Demi Wispies I think are the ones that I like the best out of all of like the lashes that I've tried from like Ardell or from pretty much anybody. So yeah, that is the final look. That's this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.